Radical.
Oh, it's time. Time for some brand new Amico news. And I guess I could have went to the Amico Intellivision channel, but I mean, any of these shill channels will do. You'll still get your fill. You'll still get your news. And I mean, I do call OEB Pete and Amico shill, but here's the thing though. Something in this upload of his, the Intellivision Amico Countdown, Gamebox is My Thoughts as a Collector, it delighted me because I think he went off script a little bit. Yeah, he actually even held up an Evercade cartridge and he talked about, how we shouldn't really call what's coming out for the Amico physical media. Like he said, it's basically their version of a physical media, like their version, but it's not really. In the same way, CK1 has like those dollar perfumes and colognes for men and women at like Dollar Tree, and they say our version of CK1. In the same way, it's their version of physical media. In the same way, Amico is Tommy Tallarico's version of a game console. He said that he didn't like the cardboard, the laminated cardboard. Again, my man Pete, wild man Pete going off script, say he didn't really like the cardboard. So yeah, there might be hope yet, for OEB Pete. We just need the inner beast to come out. I think there's maybe not a great commentator in there, but there's a beast waiting to be unleashed, I mean, you remember the Simpsons episode when Ned Flanders, he pulled off the shirt and revealed that he was ripped? Maybe it's kind of like OEB Pete. I get like a Ned Flanders vibe. Oakley dokley, let's talk about the rest of this, which is really, there wasn't a whole lot to this. Mostly he talked about the physical media. And I got to see, maybe he took that video from the Amico channel. I'm not sure if that's on the official Amico channel, but we did get some Amico news, even though it wasn't a countdown. Physical type boxes. What's in the boxes is probably going to be like cards. I mean, when I think RFID, I think back to the Hyperscan, which, I mean, when people talk about game consoles, like the Hyperscan, if you consider that a console, probably one of the worst consoles of all time. That Hyperscan was crap. And it used like I think a RFD card system, or you scan the character cards or something like that. So apparently, I don't really know much about RFID, but it's not like a physical media. Like basically it scans something and then something happens and it downloads the game or something like that. But the boxes though, as a collector, OEB Pete is a collector. And he, like I said, would have preferred the boxes to be plastic. I guess they're cheaping out on the boxes, them being cardboard and everything like that, which I'm shocked. I'm shocked that they don't have high quality plastic, boxes for the system. I mean, Genesis did it back in, the 90s. Just saying. Genesis did it. Nintendo didn't, by the way, which is one great thing about, if you're a collector, the Genesis console, the hard plastic cases. But he shares thoughts as a collector, and he liked some things about it. He liked the color, even though he didn't like the laminated cardboard. He was really kind of stretching here. For as many points as I gave him for actually not going on the script, he complimented the font. Like, really? You're complimenting how the font looks the same on all the boxes? Like, whoopee! Wow, that's a big deal. The font looks the same on all the boxes. Huh? Let's see here. I saw 8 games. Now, what I think of is the fact that, okay, there's 8 games confirmed as launch games when a system launches in a full launch in 2024 or whenever, It's 8 games. I don't have the list in front of me. I don't have a picture of it, but I remembered Finnegan Fox, Missile Command, Dyna Blaster, Moon Patrol. I didn't see Astro Smash on there. I didn't see Cornhole on there. Did I mention Finnegan Fox, Dino Blaster, Evil Knievel? How could I forget Evil Knievel? So apparently it looks like there's only going to be 8 physical boxes for the collectors. Well, I mean, what about Cornhole? I think I'm going to need a manual to figure out how to play Cornhole, right? There better be some kind of a manual or some kind of a, like, you know, because I'm worried I don't know how to play Cornhole when I buy this thing. I'm really worried about that. Actually, speaking of Cornhole, is that a verified launch title? Because we see those 8 games, and those are verified launch titles. But listen, there's going to be hell to pay if Cornhole is not a launch title. I'm worried here, okay? This successful launch hinges on Cornhole being the centerpiece of this launch. Okay? I mean, Dreamcast, partly successful because of Soul Calibur. Nintendo 64, partly successful because of Super Mario 64. And like those great games, this system needs Cornhole. Okay? So yeah, me and OEB Pete are in agreement that we are not happy with these boxes. We're not happy with these boxes that they chose to go with to really redeem themselves and knock it out of the park, or to maybe just, get on first base. I don't think anything about this console is going to knock it out of the park. You really got to deliver and have nice, thick, full color manuals, especially in, rigid force, right? You got to have something, a big, nice, thick manual in rigid force, Even though this is going to be a soft launch, it's good that it's at least rigid force is going to be there for the soft launch. If this thing doesn't even release, though, let's say, no consoles come out, would you call it a flaccid launch? I mean, no one wants a flaccid launch. Softer is better than flaccid.